focus and energy in the direction that matters most. They help you confront the distractions and emotions that can derail your progress and push you to make deliberate choices about how you spend your time. Each question is an invitation to reflect, to set intentions, and to commit to the habits that create success. The beauty of these questions is their simplicity. They don't require hours of deep thinking or extensive planning. Instead, they invite you to pause and take stock of what matters most. They encourage you to align your inner world, your thoughts, values, and priorities with your outer actions. This alignment creates clarity, energy, and purpose, allowing you to tackle the day with confidence and focus. Morning questions are not about finding the perfect answer. They are about asking the right questions to begin with. It's not what you know at the start of the day that determines your success. It's what you commit to discovering, doing, and becoming as the day unfolds. Each question challenges you to look at your life with fresh eyes, to identify what's within your control, and to take ownership of your choices. Success is not a one-time event. It's the result of consistent effort, reflection, and alignment over time. When you start each day by asking powerful questions, you create a habit of intentionality that compounds into extraordinary results. You stop reacting to life and start leading it. You move from being passive to being active, from drifting to directing, and from surviving to thriving. The first question to ask yourself every morning is, what am I truly grateful for today? Gratitude is a practice that grounds you, opening your eyes to the abundance in your life, no matter your circumstances. This question isn't about listing surface-level blessings, but about uncovering what you genuinely appreciate in this moment. It's about finding the richness in your experiences, relationships, and opportunities, and bringing them to the forefront of your awareness. Gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. When you take a moment to recognize what you already have, you train your brain to focus on what's good instead of what's missing. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending life is perfect. It means choosing to see the value in your current situation. Gratitude is a perspective that acknowledges you have enough and you are enough. It's a lens that sharpens your focus and heightens your awareness of opportunities. When you reflect on what you're grateful for, you're not just counting blessings. You're reinforcing a mindset of positivity and resilience. Gratitude has the power to reshape your day because it starts with an acknowledgement of abundance rather than lack. It reminds you that even in difficult times, there is something worth appreciating. This perspective doesn't solve all your problems, but it changes how you approach them, giving you strength and clarity to find solutions. This question is particularly powerful because it requires you to pause and reflect. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to take things for granted. You rush through your morning routine, consumed by to-do lists and responsibilities, and forget to notice the small but significant things that make life meaningful. Asking yourself what you're grateful for forces you to slow down, to pay attention, and to connect with what truly matters. Gratitude has a profound impact on your relationships. When you're grateful for the people in your life, their support, kindness, and contributions, you're more likely to treat them with respect and appreciation. This creates a positive cycle where your gratitude strengthens your relationships. And those relationships, in turn, enrich your life. This question encourages you to look beyond the obvious. It's easy to be grateful for the big wins and happy moments, but what about the challenges? Can you find gratitude for the setbacks that taught you resilience, or the failures that pushed you to grow? This level of gratitude is transformative because it reframes how you see adversity. It allows you to see value in every experience, not just the pleasant ones. The practice of asking yourself what you're grateful for is not limited to the morning. It's a habit that can be cultivated throughout the day. However, starting your day with this question creates a powerful foundation. It sets a tone of appreciation and abundance that carries through your interactions, decisions, and mindset. It equips you to face challenges with grace and to seize opportunities with enthusiasm. When you answer this question, go beyond the surface. Be specific and intentional. Instead of simply saying you're grateful for your health, think about what that means today. Perhaps that you feel strong and energized enough to tackle your goals. Instead of just saying you're grateful for your family, consider why. Maybe for the way they support you and remind you of what matters most. This specificity deepens your gratitude, making it more personal and impactful. Gratitude is not just a nice thought. It's a mindset that shapes how you live and succeed. When you start your day by asking what you're grateful for, you prime your mind to see opportunities, to focus on abundance, and to act with purpose. This question is the cornerstone of a successful day, reminding you that no matter where you are in your journey, there's always something to appreciate. Next, the second question to ask yourself every morning is, what is the most important thing I need to accomplish today? This question brings clarity and focus to your day, cutting through the noise of endless to-do lists and competing priorities. It challenges you to identify what truly matters, ensuring that your energy and effort are directed toward what will have the greatest impact. Success often falters not because of a lack of effort, but because of a lack of focus. Many people begin their days with good intentions, only to get sidetracked by minor tasks, interruptions, and distractions. By the time evening rolls around, they've been busy, but haven't made meaningful progress toward their goals. This question is a guardrail against that drift. It forces you to pause and decide what deserves your attention most. When you ask yourself what the most important thing is, you're not looking for the easiest task or the one that will earn immediate praise. You're searching for the action that aligns most closely with your long-term goals and values. Identifying this priority ensures that you're moving the needle, not just checking boxes. This question creates a sense of urgency and accountability. When you declare your most important task for the day, you're making a commitment to yourself. It's no longer a vague intention floating in your mind. It's a deliberate choice you've brought into focus. This clarity helps you resist distractions and stay on track, even when other demands arise. One of the biggest challenges in answering this question is distinguishing between urgent and important. Urgent tasks often feel pressing, but they don't necessarily contribute to your long-term success. Important tasks, on the other hand, are the ones that create lasting value, even if they don't come with immediate rewards. By asking yourself what's most important, you train yourself to prioritize what truly matters over what merely feels pressing. This question invites you to reflect on your goals. To identify the most important thing for today, you need to understand how today fits into the bigger picture. What are your long-term objectives, and how does today's work move you closer to them? This alignment between daily actions and overarching goals is what creates momentum and ensures that your efforts are not wasted. Once you've identified your priority, the next step is to break it down into actionable steps. A big, important task can feel overwhelming, which leads many people to procrastinate or avoid it altogether. Instead of thinking about the entire project, focus on what you can do today to make progress. This approach makes even the most daunting goals manageable and achievable. Answering this question helps you guard against the trap of multitasking. When you try to do too many things at once, your attention and energy are divided, and the quality of your work suffers. By focusing on one important task at a time, you give it your full attention and effort, which leads to better results. This practice not only enhances your productivity, but builds your confidence in your ability to follow through. Another benefit of asking this question is that it creates a sense of accomplishment. When you start your day with a clear priority and see it through, you experience the satisfaction of meaningful progress. This sense of achievement fuels your motivation and sets a positive tone for the rest of the day. Even if other things don't go as planned, you can end the day knowing that you focused on what mattered most. This question encourages you to confront resistance. Often the most important task is the one you least want to do. It might require hard work. You might have to step outside your comfort zone. But it's precisely because it's challenging that it holds the potential for growth and impact. By identifying and tackling this task, you develop the habit of facing resistance head-on, which strengthens your resilience and determination. The most important thing you need to accomplish today doesn't always have to be work-related. What matters is that it aligns with your values and contributes to your overall well-being and success. This question helps you stay balanced, ensuring that you're not neglecting the areas of life that matter most. At the end of the day, the most important thing isn't how many tasks you completed, but whether you made meaningful progress toward your goals. By asking yourself what the most important thing is every morning, you set the stage for a purposeful and productive day. You train yourself to focus on what matters most, resist distractions, and take deliberate action. This habit is a cornerstone of success, turning each day into a stepping stone toward your vision. Next, the third question to ask yourself every morning is, how do I want to show up for others today? This question shifts your focus from inward goals and tasks to your outward impact. It reminds you that success is not only about personal achievement, but about the way you influence, support, and connect with the people around you. It's a question of presence, intention, and contribution. When you ask yourself how you want to show up for others, you're inviting yourself to consider the energy, attitude, and values you'll bring into your interactions. Are you going to approach the day with patience, kindness, and understanding? Or will stress, distraction, and frustration dictate your responses? This conscious reflection helps you set the tone for your day and ensures that your actions align with the person you aspire to be. This question encourages you to think about the roles you play in different areas of your life. You might be a leader at work, a parent or partner at home. You might be a friend or mentor to someone in need. Each of these roles requires a unique kind of presence and energy. By reflecting on how you want to show up, you ensure that you're intentional about fulfilling these roles in a way